Abuja. I am Oluwadarsimi Joshua. First, the headlines. FG schedules special FEC meeting, FEC meeting, and interfaith prayers in honor of late $1 million infrastructure project in Abia. In the world of sports, former Super Eagle interim coach Monday Sinclair dies at 88. News of these and more shortly. Now the news in detail. The federal government Abuja in honor of the former president Muhammadu Buhari. According to the statement issued by presidential spokesperson Bayo Onanuga, the special FEC meeting will follow the third-day prayer at Buhari's residence in Daura, Katsina State. Vice President Kashim Shettima is expected to lead a federal delegation, including cabinet members, for prayer. The expanded FEC session in Abuja will also be attended by key national figures, including the leadership of the National Assembly, members of the judiciary, and representatives of the late president's family. In addition, the government has scheduled interfaith prayer sessions to pay tribute to the late statesman. A special Muslim prayer will take place at the National Mosque in Abuja on Friday, July 18th, while a Christian service will follow on Sunday, July 20th, 2025. President Muhammadu Buhari, who led Nigeria as a military ruler from 1983 to 1985 and later served as a civilian president from 2015 to 2023, died in a London hospital on Sunday, July 13th, at the age of 82. The Civil Defense Correctional Fire and Immigration Service Board has announced a temporary suspension of its recruitment application portal. The Secretary to the Board, retired Major General A.M. Jibril, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday in Abuja. According to the statement, the suspension affects the online portal used for recruitment into the Board's paramilitary agencies. The Board says the portal will reopen on Monday, July 21st, 2025. Jibril explained that the decision was taken to manage the overwhelming volumes of application and ensure an efficient, transparent, and fair recruitment process. He commended Nigerians for their keen interest in joining the service and assured applicants that the process will remain open, inclusive, and merit-based once the portal resumes operation. The federal government says there is no new terrorist group operating in Nigeria. The reassurance comes after the Turkish government raised concerns about the Fethullah terrorist organization FETO allegedly operating in Nigeria and other countries under the guise of school and healthcare services. Speaking at a dinner hosted in Abuja to mark Turkey's Democracy and National Unity Day, Turkish Ambassador-designate Mehmet Poroy described the group's presence as a global threat. He warned that the group linked to exiled cleric Fethullah Gulen continues to maintain operations in Nigeria's education and health sector. Poroy urged Nigerian authorities to remain alert, stating that his country continues to share intelligence and concerns about Fethullah's activities. However, the coordinator of Nigeria's National Counter-Terrorism Center, Major General Adamu Laka, has urged the public not to panic. In an interview with journalists, he clarified that there is no record of a new terrorist group in the country. Gulen, once a close ally of the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, was accused of masterminding a failed coup in 2016. The Nigerian police force says 151 senior officers are currently facing disciplinary proceedings over allegation of misconduct and professional violations. The first disciplinary committee began its sitting on Monday, July 14th and will continue until Friday, July 25th, 2025 at the IGP SMART Conference Hall for headquarters in Abuja. First Public Relations Officer ACP Olamuyiwa Adejobi announced the developments in a statement on Wednesday, noting that the process is a part of ongoing efforts to enforce internal accountability and uphold professional standards within the force. The officers involved, who hold the rank of Assistant Superintendent of Police and above, were drawn from various commands and formations across the country. Adejobi stressed that the review is being carried out in a thorough and transparent manner in accordance with existing police regulations and disciplinary procedures. He added that the Force Disciplinary Committee plays a critical role in addressing alleged breaches of professional conduct, ensuring that ethical violations are handled decisively and fairly. You're listening to the national news on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Still to come, business, entertainment, and sport. Please stay with us. And now moving to Lagos, our correspondent Chioma Innocent has this report.
Hello there, this is the news from VOP 90.3 FM Lagos. I am Chioma Innocent. The All Progressives Congress (APC) has decried attempts by the opposition parties in Lagos State to discredit the recent local government polls. The party said these attempts, marked by misinformation, sensationalism and outright falsehoods, are not only a disservice to the democratic process, but also an insult to Lagosians who participated in a peaceful, transparent and credible election. Lagos APC Publicity Secretary Sheye Oladejo said in a statement that the elections were conducted in full compliance with legal and procedural requirements under the supervision of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission (LASEC) and with the active participation of civil society observers and other stakeholders. He noted that the outcome of the elections reflect the will of the people and affirms their continued confidence in the ruling party's track record of performance and service delivery. He, however, categorically rejected what he called unsubstantiated claims of electoral malpractice being peddled by the opposition, whose actions, he said, seem driven more by desperation than by commitment to democratic ideals. He noted that Lagosians will not be misled by political actors who resort to theatrics instead of engaging meaningfully with the electorate. He also noted that the APC remains committed to strengthening democracy, upholding the rule of law and delivering on the mandate freely given by the people. He called on all stakeholders to put the interests of Lagos above partisan politics and work together for the continued progress and stability of the state. Meanwhile, a royal succession crisis has gripped the Onikoyi royal family of Ikoyi in Lagos, following the installation of Prince Kunle Fafunwa, son of the late monarch, as the new Onikoyi of Ikoyi and Mobaland. At a press conference, 9 of the 10 ruling branches of the royal family publicly rejected the installation, describing it as a breach of the rotational system established in the Onikoyi Chieftaincy Declaration of 2006 and a violation of the Obas and Chiefs laws of Lagos State. The family said Prince Abdul Omogbalahan Suleiman Onikoyi of the Ojulari branch was unanimously selected as the Oba-elect on December 9, 2023, in line with the rotational succession process outlined in the gazetted Chieftaincy Declaration. Speaking at the briefing, Prince Omogbalahan said there were just 4 people at the installation, noting that the family will protest lawfully until the right thing is done. The Olorebi of the Ojulari branch, Alhaji Akinyemi Eshinokun, also called on the state government to respect the established procedures. Responding in a chat with journalists, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Agbenga Omotosho, said the government followed due process in the installation of the monarch. He therefore called on the parties to embrace peace. In a recent development, food prices across major Lagos markets surged in July, with staples such as onions, rice and pepper recording sharp increases, deepening pressure on household budgets. According to the latest food price survey covering Mushi, Mile 12, Oyingbo and Daleko markets, price increases dominated the period, although a few items recorded moderate declines due to seasonal harvest and improved supply. The July 2025 survey revealed that inflationary trends, transport bottlenecks and volatile supply chains remain key drivers of food market volatility in Nigeria's commercial capital. Dry onions posted the sharpest month-on-month increase during the review period, rising by 30% from 100,000 naira to 130,000 naira for a big bag. Traders linked the spike to seasonal scarcity, poor road conditions, surging transport costs from northern production zones, where the bulk of the commodity is sourced, and increased storage costs. A 50 kg of rice followed closely, rising by 25% to an average of 75,000 naira from 60,000 naira in June. Market operators noted that continued naira depreciation and elevated logistic costs are driving the increase in both imported and locally processed rice brands. A big bag of pepper rose by 16.67% to sell at 140,000 naira, while the medium bag increased by 15.38% to 75,000 naira. This increase marks a reversal of the sharp price declines recorded in previous months. Traders attributed the spike to weather-related disruptions in northern Nigeria and supply chain irregularities. From VOP 90.3 FM Lagos, I am Chioma Innocent.
Thank you so much, Chioma, for that report. Welcome back to Abuja. Former Super Eagles interim coach Monday Sinclair has passed away at the age of 88. His death was confirmed on Wednesday by former Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Ida, who paid tribute to Sinclair via a heartfelt Facebook post. Describing him as a mentor and father figure, Peter recalled how Sinclair gave him his first professional opportunity at Sharks FC and nurtured his early football career. Sinclair, a former Green Eagles player in the 1960s, was widely respected for his keen eye for talent and his lasting impact on Nigerian football development. He began his coaching journey with the now defunct Sharks FC of Rivers State and later managed top clubs including Niger Tornadoes, Enugu Rangers and Bayelsa United. In 1997, Sinclair served at Super Eagles before going on to coach the national team of Equatorial Guinea. He played a pivotal role in developing some of Nigeria's football legends, including Peter Rufai, Taribo West, Finidi George, and Peter Ida. His death comes just days after the passing of former Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Rufai, marking a sober moment for Nigerian football. And finally, in entertainment, Nigerian music superstar Burna Boy has tendered an apology for his previous comments criticizing Afrobeat and distancing himself from the genre. The Grammy Award-winning artist sparked controversy in 2023 where he stated that Afrobeat lacks lyrical depth and claimed he no longer identified with the genre. However, in a recent interview with journalist Eddie Caddy, Burna Boy admitted that he now understands the importance of Afrobeat as a unifying platform for African artists. He explained that in his early stages of his career, he preferred the label Afrofusion because he felt his style did not align strictly with traditional Afrobeat. The last hitmaker added that African musicians must remain united rather than divided by their genre if they hope to elevate the continent's music on the global stage. Burna Boy apologized for his earlier remarks, revealing that he was in a mentally dark place at that time. And that is the national news on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Remember, your vigilance makes a difference. Protect yourself and your community. For Eyewitness